Let's go live now to WDRB's Molly Jett. She was at the mayor's briefing this afternoon, kind of going to give us a recap now. Molly?
So the good news is that there is a tow truck on the bridge. We just learned that within the last 20 minutes, as you saw in that press conference. But that tow truck has pulled up that semi just a little bit more than what it was just a few hours ago. In fact, there's still several first responder vehicles on both sides of the semi, left and right. You can see their lights flashing. But again, like Fallon and Gill said, the traffic has come to a halt, and they don't expect the bridge to be open again anytime soon. So officials are asking you to take an alternative route. And at the moment, they say there's no estimated time for when it will be reopened. That's because even once they get the semi off of the bridge, they will then need to inspect it.
We're bringing in some specialized inspection equipment. We call this piece of equipment a bridge snooper truck. With the snooper truck, it has an arm that will extend out, and we can get our crew members underneath the bridge. And we're going to do a thorough inspection.
Now, of course, that inspection is going to continue to take time. Like we said, that tow truck has to remove this actual semi off of the bridge, and then again, they will continue to inspect it underneath and on top of the bridge. Now, again, the bridge will remain closed to the public, and we've actually seen some bikers and pedestrians try to cross the bridge over to Indiana, but of course, police have tried to get them to turn around and ask them to go back the other way. Now, we also have Darby, who was with the firefighters on the bridge earlier today.
Hey, Molly, thank you. Yeah, it was a crash that led to this situation here. LMPD says that crash involved 4 vehicles in all, including that semi, which, like you mentioned, is still hanging from that bridge, where now you've told us there's a tow truck out there at this point. It was around noon today when crews were called to the scene, and that bridge quickly shut down in both directions. First responders were on top of the bridge working, and crews were also in the water with boats. Our cameras captured the moment Louisville firefighter Bryce Carden was lifted over the bridge to pull the woman who was the driver out of that cab through the window and bring her back to safety. He says he wasn't nervous because of the training that he's had.
She was just praying. She was praying a lot, so and I prayed with her, so it was good.
This is very much a worst case scenario, kind of a crazy thing that you don't expect to actually have to do until you show up and you see it and you're like, oh my gosh, this is actually what we've talked about, and here we're ready for it.
Again, LMPD says that crash involved 4 vehicles, including the semi, and police say at least 2 people were taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. The driver of the semi was also taken to the hospital to make sure that she is okay. And Mike Marshall, I know that this is going to be a big story in the traffic element too, because like we've mentioned, now there's no time frame for this bridge to get back open.
Yeah, Darby, they have to, of course, first off, they have to get the truck up and off the bridge, and then the inspection crew will come out, and of course, the weather conditions, we can see the rain behind you, not helping matters. So it's going to be quite a while, if not a few days, before they can reopen up the bridge. So